All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Left, 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 left.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. From the left side, it's complete. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. This is Marshall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Marshall. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Barney. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Man open, that's Damian Ratley. Last week in that wild card win, only one catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watching that, Barney! Barney! Over! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Over! Watching that, Barney!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Gun!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. No. Check. Patriot.
Chubb will get the call, running left. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watching that, Barney! Watching that, Barney! Over! Hut!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Marshall. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Z. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace. Check. Crunch.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And here's Marshall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Butker able to put this one through. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he spins through. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run with Marshall. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Slow.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. Get your grip. That's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Harris has it over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Left, 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 left. Z.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Keith Marshall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are in for 6. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Completes it to Davis. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Mayfield on first down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Ace! Here we go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
We're back now in KC. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ace, ace.
Now Gordon on first down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Mike 56, Mike 56. Don't get nervous. He's coming. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Left, 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 left.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.